All right, so now you've done your centering, your breathing work, your body awareness work. You've done some neck exercises. You've done some shoulder movement. So now we'll move into some spinal movement and involving more of the vertebral column. Yes, I used the word vertebral column. Okay, so cow-cats in a seat. I usually put my feet on the ground and then rest my hands lightly around the shins area. You don't have to do that, but that seems to work for a lot of folks. Maybe the cow is first. And since we're in a seat, it's a little harder to start with the spine, but you can, or I mean with your tailbone, but you can try sticking your tailbone out. The abdomen expands, the chest expands, the shoulders come towards one another, and then maybe the gaze lifts. Since you've warmed up your neck a little bit, that might not be too hard right away. And then for your cat, you'll tuck the tailbone, draw the navel in towards the spine, spread your shoulder blades away from one another, and lower your gaze. You can move through these seated cat-cows for a few moments. And when you think about drawing your navel in, you're thinking about the space between your belly button and your pubic bone. So this is the area that you're drawing up and in, and seeing if maybe you can keep that engagement when you come into your cow, but of course letting it go when you come into your cat. So take a few rounds of that. As many as you'd like. Come back to neutral. Let's take a seated flowing twist. And I know I usually have us just do a little something like this, but I'm changing it up a little bit because I think it's more in line with how my teachers taught me. So it takes a little more effort. But what you'll do is, again, take, like we've done in many a class, legs long, start with one foot a little bit ahead of the other. Notice that your body is already starting to twist with your pelvis. Bend into the opposite leg. You're going to root down through the long leg's thigh and press down through the other foot. Lots of length is always good before a twist. So breathing in and then breathe out. And then take a few breaths here. It's probably easier to do this than to flow back and forth. Hand position can be whatever feels best for your shoulder, but the idea of that hand is to help keep you as elongated in your spine as you can. Chin is parallel to the ground. I don't usually see you do this, but I do see some folks, they think they're twisting more, but they go like this. And that can pinch some nerves in the back there. We don't want that. So maybe at least 5 breaths here at a twist. I always ask you to breathe in, and then as you exhale, make your way out of the twist. That bent leg comes long, and we send those toes, that foot a little bit ahead of the other leg, come into bend in the opposite knee. We root down through this thigh, and in this foot, as much space as you'd like between your 2 legs. Take a breath in, and as you breathe out, make your way into the other twist. Since this is the first twist that you've done, really take your time here. Don't feel like you have to twist terribly far. Take a few breaths here. Again, chin parallel to the ground. Keep rooting down through the long legs, thigh, and the bent legs, foot. Inhaling and exhale, make your way out. Then that leg comes long. All right, one more stretch would be a little side body stretch. We've done the forward fold with our cat. We've done the back bend with our cow. We've taken a twist to both sides, and you've elongated, called axial extension, when you before you come into the twist. So that's a good movement for the spine as well. So all we have left is the lateral stretch. And this can be taken with crisscross position or really anything that suits you. Again, lots of length, I don't think you need blocks for your hands, but keep that in mind. You can place one hand by your side, either on the ground or on a block. Keep your pelvis, your hips rooted down evenly, and then bring the other arm up and over. Bending into the arm that's on the ground, go ahead and bend into that arm. And this, I think, is appropriate and feels kind of good to flow. But you make the flow as quick or as slow as you'd like, and bring your attention to your side body, your side waist. Noticing, sorry, wardrobe malfunction. Noticing that expansion on the one side, the compression on the other. And just move back and forth. And then after you've done that a few times, if you want to bring one hand down, bending into that elbow, other arm up, pelvis is evenly rooted, and pause. Breathing here, still sitting up tall, not really pressing into this hand too much. You can rest the arm on the head. I usually ask that you rest on the top of your head. If you're back here, you start doing kind of that action. We just want to keep neutral. As many breaths as you'd like. Take a breath in. As you exhale, lower the arm down, opposite arm up. Pausing here. Maybe resting the arm on the head. Maybe the arm stays down. And in that case, you might really actively press down the opposite part of your pelvis just so you can feel a little bit of a stretch here. If your shoulders are ever bothering you on a given day, of course, banana pose takes some of that work out, and you can get a nice side body stretch with banana. I think that's everything. Hopefully I haven't forgotten anything. If I have, I know you'll let me know, and I'll record another video for you. So enjoy this little warm-up practice. Bye for now.